CSS will style your page, okay, in terms of the design and also the layout, okay. So it will be helpful for you if you apply this CSS, whether in inline basis or in internal basis or external basis. Yeah. So there are three types of implementation of CSS where you can put the CSS coding or CSS syntax at your line, okay, of coding in your body section, okay. And apart from that, for internal CSS, you can apply it within your page in the head section, okay. While for external CSS, so you need to create an external file that you can name it as style.css, and you can relate or make a link for this file to the other HTML files that you have created. Okay, now we look at the CSS syntax. So this is the CSS syntax that you must know, and you need to know on how to formulate this syntax. Okay, so a CSS rule set consists of a selector and a declaration block. So let's say the first selector that we choose, or example here, is H1. So H1 is the tag to make a heading, which is heading number 1, the biggest size of heading. So it will become a selector. Then inside the selector, we can put the declaration. Okay, so there we can put more than one declarations. Okay, for example here, H1, we want to make the H1 text to be turned into color blue. So we put the first declaration here, which is color, okay, blue. Okay, so the first which is declaration, the first declaration or the first part of the declaration is the color. Color is actually the property, okay, and we have colon here, which means equal. Okay, so the blue here is value. So we can read as H1, which is selector H1, color, the property of H1 is color, okay, which is for the selector, and then blue is the value for color. Okay, so we can put more than one declarations. For example, we put also this one, font size. Yeah, font size equal to 12px. So for this one, font size is property and 12px is actually value. So be careful with the symbol or the symbol here, which we use it as this one is a colon, okay, while this one, to differentiate between two declarations, so we must put here semicolon, okay, and after that you need to close it up with the bracket. So the selector points to the HTML element that you want to style. Yeah, so you choose the selector that you want to style. Okay, let's say you want to style P, so the selector here will become P. So the declaration blocks contains one or more declarations separated by semicolon. So if you can see the semicolons here, means that it is another declaration being put here, and for the example here we have two declarations. So each declaration includes a CSS property name and value separated by a colon. So this is a colon. Colons here means equal to, or it relates the color, which is the property color, and you choose blue as the color. So multiple CSS declarations are separated by semicolons, and declaration blocks are surrounded by curly bracket. Okay, so this is about the CSS syntax.